Okay, there's been some questions coming up on some of the forums about Equinox versus maybe like a CTX. Well, I don't have a CTX anymore. I've got an etrac though. I'm going to show you something here. Wind's subsiding. I think most of this video will come out okay. I've got a little place on this box here where I can put this nickel back. And I'm going to sweep this nickel with this etrac. Right now she's in auto sensitivity running 21, okay? A nice 12-13 signal. I'm thinking you can see that in that camera there. Okay. Sweep it one more time. 12-13. And here's a nail, a little part of a nail. Alright. And I'm going to let you look at this thing. Maybe you can see this disc setting. I've not got very much disc out. Bottom right hand half section. Okay. Down to the 27 line. You hear that nail there is not making any racket. Okay. We'll put this nickel in here. Okay. Now, I'm going to sweep this thing. I don't know, this screen is hard to see even without a camera really compared to a lot of detectors. Now, I'm going to sweep this thing and I'm going to call off the ID that's in the screen after the sweep. 1617. Last number I talk is going to be the conductive number. 10, 18, 15, 13, 11. I'm sweeping about an inch above the nail. 10, 12, 12, 12, 15, 17, 15, 16, 14. Okay, now I'm going to go to manual sensitivity at 26 and do the same thing. 15, 15, 15, 21, 14, 20, 16, 18. Okay. Now I'm going to turn the camera off and go get this Equinox. Equinox 800 here, and I'm only going to check this actual scenario here in Park 1 and Park 2. Running speed 6, iron bias 0, 20 sensitivity, which is the stock setting on this thing when you get one. Okay. Move the nickel over here so you can see what happens. Okay, that's Park 1. This is Park 2. Okay. Put the nickel in this little square here. Okay. This is Park 1. See if you can see the screen, but I'm going to call it off on every sweep. 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 13, 13, 13. I can sweep real fast every now and then and I'll see a 14. But anything reasonable sweep wise. Okay, now that's Park 1. Here's Park 2. 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13. In Park 2, I can't fool it. See, it's a giving I seen 111 as fast as I was a sweeping. Okay, now we talk about the CTX, and it does have a tone bend on it. And I would almost bet when you do this test on it, you may get some tone sometimes in the tone bend on it if you got a nickel window set up on maybe a few sweeps. But how many does it take for you to figure out the difference between trash and treasure? And somebody with a CTX wants to do a test like this, hey, I'd like to see it myself. I've done it. I already know what happens. Okay, yes, the tone bend on a CTX, definitely better than etrac for finding nickels. Just like this machine here, an 800 unit is better than a 600 at finding nickels as far as being able to recognize them tonally. Now granted, this eTX is a little faster recovery detector, but that iron will still bother it around that low conductor. Now I'm going to do another video showing a high conductor, okay? And everybody might think, oh, I'm beating up a CTX or maybe beating up the eTrac. Oh, nope, not beating them up. Watch what happens when I use a high conductor in this test. High conductor test, and actually the nail, portion of the nail and the coin, granted the dime is smaller, it's in the same orientation on this box here, okay? Now I've got recovery is set to fast and trash density is set to high on this machine. That's auto sensitivity at 19, okay? Okay, I've got a 1244 in the window on that clad dime. Okay, again, I'm gonna call the sweeps off and get my coil to behave here. Okay, 38, 42, 36, 42, 40, 42, 37, 43, 38, 42, 39, 43, 40, 40, 38. Now I'm going to go over here to manual. Okay, there's 26 manual sensitivity. Okay, again, I'm going to call them off. 42, 41, 43, 36, 37, 46, 40, 43, 36, 42. Now, the nail is definitely affecting the signal, but I think this machine is doing pretty good on that dime as far as telling me there's a higher conductor. Now, if you were dodging maybe twist caps in the field, some old park somewhere, you might get fooled a little bit, maybe. I don't know. There's 43 again. 43, 37, 43. Okay, now let's try the Equinox on this test. Equinox 800. Sensitivity is at 20. This is Park 1 on this clad dime. You might see that screen there. 25, 26 comes in the window. We'll check Park 2 right fast. More of a 26 lock on that dime. Okay. She's in the slot. We're going to go to Park 1 first. Whoops. Okay. It's iron by 0, speed 6. Okay. Sensitivity's at 20. Got a 25, 21, 26, 22, 27, 20, 13, 20, 13, 22, 9, 25, 27, 23, 11, 19. Okay, now let's go over here to Part 2 and try the same thing here. 11, 15, 10, 16, 10, 17, 10, 15, 11. Okay, now you see, now this machine's telling me there's a target there, okay? That's 50 tones, okay? It's telling me there's a target there, but looking at the ID on the sweep and actually listening to the tone, even in 50 tones, that don't sound like no high conductor down there, does it? Okay, and just for gee whiz, let's remove this dime and just sweep this nail right here. I don't have no horseshoe button in or nothing, okay? I don't get any signal, okay? But again, you would never dig that dime right there. It just doesn't give the tone that eTrac will give. And I'm going to turn it back on again in this video so you can hear. So you see the difference in the two machines. That's why a lot of nickels are left in places with that detector versus this detector. If a person will dig, you know, the nickel range of like 11, 12, 13, maybe a few 14s. Somebody might complain, okay, I've got this thing here set up 23 sensitivity in Park 1 just so you can hear it. $17, $16, $24, $21, $23, $16, $20. Okay, here's Part 2. $10, $14, $11, $15, $11, $15, $11, $15, $11. Okay. Okay. I'll let you listen to this thing again. Now, I got the variability maxed out on this machine. Hear that though? Listen. It's telling me to dig just on the tone, okay? Now, that's manual's 26 sensitivity. I'm even going to go in here and make this real simple. If I can get to it fast enough. Alright, this is a coin program. This is a factory coin program. Let's see what it does. So even it's telling me, you know, I'm getting very suspect signal. Probably not as good as my disc pattern. I see 43s in the window on the sweeps. 43 again. 43. So I'm just a point or two usually below the actual ID of that dime right there. You seen what that eQx was doing? Well, that thing was, it was way low on a lot of sweeps. So I don't have any favorite machine, even though I talk about the eQx a lot on the forums. I mean, this thing right here is a death nail when it comes to silver. And it's not as bad around iron as what people think, okay? But now you start getting into lower conductors, smaller. Now you may not hear some of them with this machine. You'll hear on that machine. Of course, the ID is going to be more accurate with that machine versus this machine.